So I just want to talk a little bit about how we actually do healing and what it is that we're trying to achieve through a healing process. And one of the first important things that we do is we go through a process of grounding ourselves, and we do that by visualizing roots coming down from the soles of our feet, really connecting to Mother Earth. We then attune, and this is important because if we don't attune to divine energy, then we're likely to use our own energy and become very depleted very quickly, and that's what a lot of healers do. They get very tired. So we go through an attunement process, and then we protect ourselves and we protect our clients. So it's really important to make sure that they don't pick up anything from us, and conversely we don't pick up anything from them. So we do a protection process, and then we do a very short asking permission. And what we're doing is not asking permission of the client, because obviously they come to see us, but we're asking our higher self to connect to the higher self of the client, just to make sure that it's okay to do healing at this time. Now, what you find is, and I often, when I start just putting my hands on the shoulders, I often attune again. You know, although you've just done it, I find once you've made that contact, just visualizing the light flowing through me, through my arms, into my patient's shoulders, down through their body, down through their feet, that really connects that flow. And you find, and usually, this is probably the longest space I stay, it's usually 2 or 3 minutes in this one spot, because that gives me time to really attune with whoever I'm working with. And as Kim was saying last night about your breathing being synchronized, you often find that your breathing and your clients really just start to flow together, so you really know that you're in tune. And then you balance the chakras. So this is the first thing that we always do, and we start with the crown. And the crown and the third eye particularly are very sensitive. You know, if somebody clamps their hands on your head, it's very uncomfortable and people get headaches. So you need to give lots of space. And what you're doing is you're sensing the energy just flowing down through to balance that particular chakra. And I'm probably there for maybe 15, 20 seconds. It's not a long process. Just allowing that energy to flow. And then you can move either that side or this side, whether you're left or right-handed, whatever feels natural. And we balance the third eye. And the way to do it really is to start further out and very gently start to bring your hands in until, like you were doing this morning, just till you start to sense where that boundary is. And I usually use that as my guide for the other chakras. So they should all be more or less the same. It's not a science, but they should more or less be at the same sort of distance. So now I know where I can sense the edge of the chakra for the third eye. I can move down to the throat, and then I can move down to the heart, just sensing that boundary, to the solar plexus, then down to the sacral, and I've got my hand doing exactly the same on the back. And then to get to the base chakra, we keep that hand in front of the tummy, and these chairs are pretty good for this, but you can just put your hand under the chair, because if you remember the base chakra, the energy goes down. Now, if you sense when you're working with your partner that one of the chakras is, and they're usually more closed than two open. So that's how I was working with Kim, and I came down to do the throat, and I couldn't feel it out here, and I had to bring my hand really close to be able to sense it. Then you can just very gently tease it until it's more or less in line with the other one. So that's how you open chakras. Occasionally, it's pretty rare, but you can have somebody whose chakra is too open. So maybe I was coming down to the throat and I thought, wow, that's out here somewhere. So then I would very gently just bring it back in. And when you're moving your hands, don't bounce it. You know, just bring it in smoothly. Don't sort of juggle the energy around. And basically we do the same. We go from the nape of the neck to the shoulder, shoulder to the elbow, elbow to the wrist, wrist to fingers, base of the spine to the hip, hip to the knee, knee to the ankle, ankle to the toe. Once we've done that, we then put one hand on each of the feet, and that's to really ground your client. You know, it's very important they stay grounded. And what we're doing is, as we're putting our hands on the different positions of the body, we are trying to sense if there's any change of energy. So that's usually where there's a blockage, where there's something which is not flowing as it should do. And as a healer, we're trained to become very sensitive to energy, and we're searching for that feeling that's slightly different to anywhere else. So sometimes people experience tingling in your hands. Sometimes the healer feels a lot of warmth or a lot of cool. It depends on individuals. Nothing is standard. It's different for everybody. But you get to learn very quickly what it feels like to you. And then you know, when you've done the healing process, to come back to that particular area of the body and spend a few minutes releasing any blockages.